wish I just forget it how we hit it when it's pouring. I'ma never get it back from you, so I can just forget it. And I'ma never give it back to you, so you can just forget it. We should just forget it how we hit it in the morning. We should just forget it how we hit it when it's pouring. Cause I'ma never get it back from you, so I can just forget it. And I'ma never give it back to you, so you can just forget it. We should just forget it how we hit it. We should just forget how we hit it when it's pouring. I'ma never get it back from you, so I can just forget it. And I'ma never give it back to you, so you can just forget it. We should just forget how we hit it in the morning. We should just forget it how we hit it when it's pouring. Cause I'ma never get it back from you, so I can just forget it. And I'ma never give it back to you, so you can just forget it. We should just forget how we hit it.
Yo, Grand Rising family. How y'all feeling today? How is your week going? Everybody let me know in the chat box. How has your week going? How's your week been? Where you guys tuning in from as well? Let me know in the chat box. Definitely hype to end off the week strong. We do have preliminary UOM consumer sentiment coming out at 10 a.m. that we will be paying attention to. I will go ahead and pause the music for a second. First things first, Grand Rising, each and every single one of you guys. I need everybody to drop a Grand Rising in the chat. It is Friday. We are blessed to wrap up yet again another blessed trading week. Another blessed trading week in the books. Let me know in the chat, right? How was your trading week? Was it good? Was it great? Was it okay? Was it bad? Let me know how it was. We still got one more day left. And, here's a challenge for everybody on here. A challenge that most will accept, most won't accept. Let me rephrase that. Most won't accept, and most will likely not accept as well. How many trades did you take this week? Drop in the chat. How many trades did you take this week personally? How many trades did you execute on this week? And that'll be a good indicator as to how your week went. For the most part, it was a lighter week on my end. Actually, one of the lightest weeks I've had in a minute. Really only took like one trade. And that's due to a lot of the fundamentals going on in the economy, a lot of the economic projections going on. So we've been going over them, stalking the data releases throughout the week. But if you have not, be sure to check out the Forex Factory. It's the first thing that we're going to do every morning before we go ahead and actually get onto the charts. Grand Rising, my brother Mike Lang. Self-love, definitely always needed. Let's go, need that. Jackson, my guy Kevin, you know the vibes, bro. Good morning, my bro. So again, we did have core CPI and FOMC on Wednesday, and federal funds rate, we did come out flat. For CPI, you do got to understand the data releases as well, right? You do got to understand what these things mean and how it could affect the market. So CPI month over month actually came out lower, which did give us a bearish dollar reaction off of this CPI release. Immediately backing after that, we did have PPI on Thursday, and this did come out greater than the forecast. So CPI came out lower, which is actually meaning bearish dollar. So now we had a lower CPI, but then PPI came back and actually went ahead and came out higher. I look more at the regular PPI as more as the core PPI, because core PPI is basically the change of price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy. If you really want to get a better basket of the change of price of finished goods and services, including food and energy, basically this is a better reading of the actual changes of prices. Whenever prices change, that's a big indicator in the economy for things shifting, right? For asset prices changing, gas prices changing, all of these prices changing have an effect in the market. And what that effect is, as we can see, looking at the dollar at this point in time, we sold down for CPI, but then PPI went ahead and is now giving us that bullish reaction on the dollar. And if you ask me, now after time is painting more and more candlesticks time after time, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the DXY actually continues from here, because of how bullish it has been going and because of the market structure that we are currently in, right? Because of the market structure that we're currently in, I wouldn't be surprised if we continue going bullish for the rest of the week, and then possibly next week we get that sell down. So it would have to be sometime next week, or I want you guys to be aware that we do have preliminary UOM consumer sentiment, and if this comes out greater than sorry about that. If it comes out greater than forecast, that would mean bullish the dollar once again. So it's forecasted to come out at 72, and previous we were at 69. We've been lower. We've been coming out lower for the past 4 readings, and one of them were a break even. So I'd say 3 readings were lower, and 1 was break even, and 1 was actually higher. So I believe we do come out lower, and that would mean actually worse for the dollar. But I could be completely wrong, right? I could be completely wrong because it's forecasted to come out higher. So maybe I'm going against the forecast here, but it's forecasted to come out higher, right? Just so you guys know. And that would mean good for the dollar. That would mean continued bullish dollar. This did just like get out of an accumulation phase. So I want you guys to understand, look at the price action, right? We could We could want this thing to go bearish so bad, but we have clear market structure that's given us impulse, continuation, and then we get the retracement. And then we get the fill of the imbalance, choppy sideways correction. And then we have our sweep of liquidity. We have our spring-like behavior. So as soon as we sweep that liquidity and we created that swing-like behavior, now we could retest and actually continue off of this accumulation. More like a reaccumulation. But in an accumulation, once we break out of the top of the range, we should pretty much only retest once if it's a true accumulation. We should only retest maybe once and continue going towards the upside if it is a true accumulation. But if it's not a true accumulation, it'll actually go ahead and retest off of here and break and continue digging deeper into the range. So I want you guys to understand the price action once we get there, and I want you guys to understand my thoughts. Even though I am looking bullish, there are certain things and retests that I would need to see happen and reactions off of there. But at this current point in time, I'm not in any gold positions, honestly. It is a bummer. It is a bummer because it is actually making some moves right now. Congratulations to anybody who did actually go ahead and get in. I had to cut back on the late Asian session stabs. I know this one was more like a Asian session type of play. You would have had to really catch this. This was not bad. This was not bad. Don't get me wrong. I probably would have took this late into Asian because, as you guys can see, we've been bullish on gold for a long time. This entry was a little bit harder, so don't kick yourself too much if you didn't catch the bottom of gold, because there's always going to be some sort of re-entry. But what's up? What's up, guys? How y'all feeling today? Just want to make sure everything's good. But so I do expect continued bullish. This entry was lit. A lot of the students inside the Discord had caught this entry. I remember Omar, you had caught this as well too, bro. And it ended up coming back. Yesterday was that like final low. Playing this would have been like, you would have really had to have seen something, and you would have really had to have been swinging this position. So don't really kick yourself if you're not there. This would have been one I would have gotten into because I don't like to hold trades, especially from New York over to the next session, especially on the futures, because when you're on futures, you guys have to understand that you have to realize these gains, because if you do not have the account size to hold for your overnight margin, then you can't even hold those positions. And sometimes if you're on a prop firm, you have a trailing drawdown. So this wouldn't have been one I would have held overnight, but I would have caught this Asian re-entry, backing off the continuation of New York. Especially after seeing this 30-minute candle towards the upside, I could definitely see gold continue printing. Don't force anything. Like, I want you guys to understand, don't force anything for real, because as you guys can see, the two pairs that we trade, GBP USD and gold actually is still in a spot where it's getting ready to break out. The GBP USD is in a spot where it's kind of already made a move. It's already started making moves. This move is crazy. So one thing I like to do before I actually execute on anything is I'm gonna have to look at the higher time frames. So I'm gonna have to look at the things like the weekly, the daily, the monthly, and that's where I'm gonna actually get a better bias. My guy Mike Lang said I've been rocking with NQ this morning. 1 to 3 and 1 to 2.5 conservative TPs, full run if you stay in. Good stuff, bro. If any of you guys are in any trades on those, I want you guys to drop some charts in the chat, because I'm not gonna lie, I trade NQ sometimes, but it's hard for a trader to keep up with every single currency pair. So I haven't been keeping up with NQ. And for you guys that are on the stream, that you guys are trading live with me, or even some days where you're not trading live, understand you should only be focused on 2 pairs. You shouldn't be focused on more than 2-3 pairs, because you're not a robot and you're gonna miss setups and you're gonna mismanage things and whatnot. So this is why we have the Discord. This is why, if you check out the description in the Discord, we do have the students chart, and I want you guys to see. Oh, wrong Discord. We do have the students chart, and if you guys see the students chart, we have a lot of students that are dropping charts. So my boy W Slayer yesterday, I want you guys to see what he caught. You know what's crazy? I didn't end up catching the dollar buys, but this guy ended up did. And that's fine, because I don't trade Euro USD on a singular day-to-day basis. But what if you were inside of a Discord where somebody's dropping the before on Euro USD, and we're looking at Euro USD all together, and you could have actually caught this trade with us? Now what if my guy Mike Lang says, yo, I got an NQ trade and I want all of you guys to take advantage of it? Guess what's gonna happen, right? He's gonna drop it in the chat. Sometimes he might not. But yeah, depends. Salute to my guy Freezone Lou. Salute to you, bro. We do have this news release in about 5 minutes, which is the main reason why I do want to stay on, because there could be an opportunity, since we are looking at gold buys and we are looking at GU. I honestly might stay out of GU because of the risk to reward. But for gold, if we retest down, if we get something down, I think this is too close. But if we get a retest down on gold, guys, I'm gonna be honest, you have to take something like that. The dollar is so bullish, so maybe I'm like crazy for buying gold once again. But we shall see. I try not to stay bearish gold. For GBP USD, I just want you guys to keep a lookout on this 4-hour candle. This is a demand candle that I would be paying attention to. I would probably put my risk to reward at something like this. And call it a day, right? I would call it a day at a risk to reward like this. 13 pip, 10 pip stop loss. If it forms a nice little 5-minute candle here, we just got the 9:30 open. So with the 9:30 open, we've got news in about 2 minutes. All right, this is more of a riskier trade. I'm not personally taking this, so it's up to you if you guys like this. I'd rather wait for gold. I'd rather wait for gold to spike down, guys. Like, honestly, I have not been risking taking big stabs this week. Especially because I'm gonna tell you this, when you start trading futures, I'm not even allowed to trade during the FOMC and the CPI on my funded account. So on the Forex platform, some of them allow you to. Some of them allow you to trade the FOMC and the CPI. I just cannot open or close any trades 1 minute or before or 1 minute after, and I choose not to even be in, right? Because I'm not risking. When you guys actually go ahead and complete the process, and you guys actually have funded account, you guys should not risk it. You guys should not, or even on the challenge, you guys should not risk it that hard. The reason why a lot of people just blow through these accounts, you're just risking it too hard. And the futures prop firms have a more or less, like, kind of like, they have a less tolerance for stuff like that. So they don't tolerate you doing stuff like that. There's no degen. There's no, like, you have to stay consistent, or else it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Yep, like my guy Mike said, some also require no positions active during news. Luckily, like for mine, it's actually like that as well. But once you get to a higher account, they remove the restriction. So yeah, some of them are like that. No positions active during news. They send me an email every single time, and they say it's prohibited to hold any positions during these news events. Yeah, so during FOMC, CPI, and NFP, I am prohibited from holding during news events. Those 3 news events in specifically, NFP, CPI, and FOMC. Do you guys ever wonder why a lot of people do say not to trade those news releases, and why? I thought about it the other day. I'm like, why? How come they let me trade every other news release, but they don't let me trade NFP, CPI, and FOMC? Alright, preliminary URM consumer sentiment just came out lower. Let's see how the dollar is reacting from this. That would mean a little bit of a bearish dollar, but I don't expect that to be something that sticks. Let's see. It looks like the market didn't really even care about that news. That didn't really even do much or bring much volatility anyways. So that's why that again, explaining again why NFP, CPI, and FOMC, right? Last week we had NFP, and this week we had CPI and FOMC. So we had 2 weeks back to back with major fundamental news events, and some brokers and some prop firms on futures, especially even mine, require no positions during these three news in specifics because they're high volatile. They're extremely volatile. This UOM consumer sentiment didn't bring as much volatility as we needed to actually execute on a trade. The volatility had came in earlier on in the week, and we're really just wrapping up at this point on Friday. So don't expect too much trades on this setup, guys. On this stream, guys. Don't expect us to probably even get in a trade. We're just looking over and watching and really just overviewing what happened this week. This was a CPI and FOMC week. For you guys that don't understand what that means big changes happened in the economy this week, and a lot of volatility came into the market. A lot of people got faked out as well. A lot of people probably saw this and, to be honest, caught sells from it. But imagine people even like us, where we started going bearish the dollar just due to this breakup structure. But then again, your entries were here, bullish dollar. So it kind of faded everybody into early bearish dollar sells, and then the week continued with just straight. As soon as we sold off after Wednesday, right after Wednesday, we've gotten just straight bullish dollar. Immediately once we hit core PPI Thursday, anything past here, we started going bullish the dollar. So very, very important thing to note of, and very, very important that you look at the news releases and the numbers and the projections that they're coming out as, especially things like CPI. So yeah, this is CPI month over month. There's also CPI year over year. So CPI year over year, it came out 0.1% lower. So I would kind of almost consider this almost flat, but it still came out lower. This federal funds rate coming out even is what's telling us that, hey, you know what? People are flocking back into the dollar. And it could be temporarily, just due to this election and all the stuff going on. We'll take a look at next week. We do have some news on Monday. Empire State Manufacturing Index forecasted to come out lower. This would mean actually more bearish dollar, but I actually, seeing the previous three forecasts, we came out lower on the past three previous forecasts. So I actually want to see what the data is looking like on Sunday. So I don't want to be too forward looking. On Sunday, numbers may change and things may change. So it's not good to look all the way months ahead sometimes, because sometimes you'll get things wrong just due to that. So if we know the direction, we know the dollar has been bullish, we know that there's nothing much really stopping that today. Understand, we might not execute on a position myself here on this stream, but we will continue to monitor things, and if something arises, then we will go ahead and take a setup. Has anybody took any trades today? Drop a 1 if you took a trade today. Drop a 2 if you took no trades at all today. If today was a no trade day. Drop a 1 if you are in a setup or you took a trade earlier. What about that imbalance that gold is currently at? To be honest, it looks like an okay imbalance. I just would like to see a better confirmation on the 3-minute time frame. Right now, the 3-minute time frame just made a bullish engulfing, and we're testing off of that bullish engulfing towards the upside. So I would like to see possibly even like a liquidity spike towards the upside, and maybe like a 3-minute reaction candle that'll take us back down. Maybe a sweep of these highs would do it. But for the most part, I've been bullish gold, so shorting this is not something that I'm like trying to get into, right? I'm just saying for your bias, I really wouldn't get in until I see something on the 3-minute, because this 3-minute bullish engulfing might be the one. NQ sells. What y'all looking at? I'm not gonna lie, I do like the idea. Just keep the wrist tight if you're doing that, you know? Keep the wrist tight. Keep the wrist tight. It's hard for me to personally want to get in because we're at all-time highs. We're quite literally shorting at all-time highs. So at this point, you should be playing very, very low risk if you're trying to short at all-time highs, because imagine the people that were trying to short over here, and imagine the people that were trying to short over here, and imagine the people that were trying to short over here, right? You're really just trying to guess the top, and I don't like guessing the top. For all of you guys that are inside my course, and you guys are inside the Currency Connect, or you guys are inside the premium, inside of the Discord, you guys know that I always preach continuations over reversals. So I like to always zoom out, look at the trend, look at where the market is going, and I like to play the continuations over reversals, right? So I would have been the type of person to say, hey, you know, we're going up, you know, I'm gonna want to just wait for the buy. I'm gonna want to just keep buying. I'm not gonna worry about trying to catch sells. So that's just the type of person I am. Obviously, if there is a reaction on the 3-minute, we just did form a 3-minute engulfing candle towards the upside. You know, again, it's tough because now look, one thing I would point out is that we didn't quite break lows. So a lot of people are probably seeing this as like break of structure, but it didn't break the low. It actually just wicked it. It is reacting now, so if anybody got in, it reacted pretty fast off of that entry. I'm not in personally, but if you're in, this trade is on you. The risk management, you guys know my risk management. The 5-minute candle closing bearish would be a very, very better confirmation. I would probably get it on a 5-minute engulfing right here. Seeing this close. 3-minute would be even better. Gold just spiked and swept that liquidity that I was mentioning, and is now reacting towards the downside on the 3-minute. So now would be a possible opportunity, literally on NQ and gold, to take these shorts, right? I didn't take any shorts on NQ or gold, right? And I'm not forcing this NQ because I don't really like trading the NASDAQ. If anything, I would probably pick gold. I'd probably pick gold, and I would probably pick that as my entry for today. A lot of you guys are gonna think I'm boring, but I'm still not gonna enter it because of how just wacky it is. So if you enter it, it's on you. Understand you're forming a 3-minute engulfing candle right now. I would want to see it close like that. GBP USD, I did mention it. Obviously, not really much of an entry there, but if you took it, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you took GU or gold or any position. NQ is not closing as a 5-minute or a 3-minute engulfing. Just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. That is very important if we're going to want to go ahead and hold this trade. I'm going to pay attention to GU. Again, you probably are going to want to see GBP USD continue to the upside from here. Sorry about that. I see my guy Christian Mejia in the chat. Nas sells. My bro, I know you a Nas beast, bro, but we gotta get you on NQ. What you talking about, Nas, bro? We don't trade Nas anymore. We don't trade US30 anymore. We trade YM. We trade the YM. I'm playing with you, Tony. But yeah, gold. Alright, NQ did form a 3-minute engulfing candle, and it is reacting. The volume on that candle did come out higher. So yeah, this is confirmed. This is confirmed for sure. It closed as a 3-minute engulfing candle on higher bearish volume. Did anybody take this trade? Let me know in the chat box. If Omar, Christian, you guys took it. Gold is not ready. It looks ready. It looks ready. I'm not gonna lie. It created an engulfing candle as well and is retesting. I just would rather buy this pair. So since gold is my main focus and I am looking bullish, I'm not gonna really force buys either. So I'm kind of just gonna sit on my hands on gold, especially with all the consolidation. GBP USD, I'm a little more confident, and I'm actually a little bit more confident in NASDAQ, but that can all change because, to be honest, it's all dependent on this 1-hour candle. So it doesn't have to even close as an engulfing on the 5-minute. So I caught the whole move on GU from yesterday. Sheesh. That is lit. That is lit. I tried Top Step and I busted hitting home runs. I definitely made my first 1200 trade, man. Let's go. Hey, huge congratulations to my boy Tony in the chat, man. First $1,200 trade. That's a big accomplishment, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Honestly, I'm excited. I'm excited. A lot of people are new to the stream. A lot of people are new to trading too, right? Just as a quick roll call, how long have you guys been trading? Drop in the chat. How long have you guys been trading personally? I know some of my guys like Mike and Omar have been around for a bit, especially Christian. There are a couple other people that are new in the chat, I'm not gonna lie. So I like to always see what is your experience level, so I know how to better teach you guys. 4 years. 4 years, first day. Shout out, believe that's Vanessa in the chat. Shout out to Vanessa. It is her first day. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to Vanessa. Few years. Okay. Now, I got a question for all of my people that have been on here for 4 years. If you could give one tip to somebody on their first day of trading, what would that be? I'll give you guys my answer too. And it's only one, right? You can't, it has to be only one, right? Like one tip, right? What is the one key that you would give to every trader on their first day of trading? For me, I would say the biggest tip I would give is risk management, risk management, risk management, risk management, right? Stick to your 1/4% risks, right? So, if you're taking, a 100K account, you shouldn't be risking more than $250 per trade. If you're on a 50K account, you shouldn't be risking more than $100 per trade. So risk management is the number one thing for me, because when I first started, I was blowing accounts left and right, over and over again. And once you learn that risk management, then you slowly build up. And for most people, that slow aspect is where they give up. But we're in that slow aspect, you actually gain a little bit of profit, you actually gain a little bit of experience to expand and scale up from there. So let's go. For 4 years now, a lot of you guys that do subscribe to me have been subscribed to me for about 4 or 5 years from when I first started trading. So thank you to you guys that are following the journey, because I promise you, I have elevated so much over the past 4 years, and you guys have too. So we will continue to elevate, we will continue to grow, and we never stopping, bro. We never stopping. We never stopping. This is never going to stop. We will be live here every single day, even though we may not take a trade every single day. We're looking at markets every single day, and we're gonna make sure that we're there, because a majority of the battle is just being there, right? Being there. If you're not there, I can't tell you the amount of times I missed out on a great setup just by not showing up. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many times, I've actually caught a great setup just by showing up, right? So showing up every single day is a part of it, and it makes it easier when you're more risk management. So gold is it retested back down and it's still printing bullish. I would expect more bullish here. I would really just expect this thing to continue. GBP USD is actually still kind of sitting. Shout out my guy Glow is Immune in the chat, man. I've been seeing you for a minute. Subscribe to the channel, man. This guy has been consistent, dedicated, and persistent with the skill set, man. And honestly, he is also another great trader. So I went ahead and made him a moderator in the chat. Shout out to you, Glow. Anybody else that is always active, I want you guys to continue dropping your charts as well, because for the most part, I dropped a couple charts, but you've got to document it, right? My guy Mike said it best himself. Document your trades I'm gonna get you guys a link, and I'm gonna literally set you guys up right. With my course, it's a little bit different. I already give my students a free compound plan. I already give my students like a free journal. But I'm gonna make one for the YouTube community as well, because you guys deserve it. You guys need it. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs a proper journal. Everybody needs a proper documentation, right, where they're writing down and showing all of their trades, right? Every single trade, the right and the wrong, right? So you've got to take a picture and write down that trade. What I do is, I simply go ahead and I go over to this Excel spreadsheet. This is the Excel spreadsheet that I give my students. Trading Made Simple. And this has the trade journal right here. And what I do is, every single time before I take the trade, I'm going to write down everything I need to actually write down about that trade. If you guys are wondering what I'm writing down, I'm going to write down, what is the date and time? What is the pair? Am I taking a buy? What is my contract size? I might have to change that. But risk, how much percentage are you risking? What is your reward? What is your confirmations? And what were the results? Was it a green trade? Was it a red trade? Was it a break-even trade? And you also got to write down what happened to the trade. Did it hit stop loss? Did it hit take profit? Or did you just manually close? For a lot of people, a lot of times, your errors are in the fact that you're just manually closing all of your trades. Like, honestly, I went through that issue too. I went through almost every issue when it comes to trading. Like, one of the good issues that is to fix is manually closing every trade. You gotta stop doing that. You've gotta let it hit your stop loss or take profit. You can't keep closing out your trade early. You can't keep doing that. Right before it hits stop loss, you're closing it out, and then it hits take profit. Right before it hits take profit, you're closing it out, and then it runs harder. Like, you gotta stop letting your trades cut out short. Let them just play out. And it's easier when you're managing them properly. When you guys see how I manage a winning position, you guys will see it. But what I do is I'm just going break even, and I'm taking partials along the way. Around 2%, 3% gain, you should be taking majority and taking some profits off of the table, because that helps us build up. And guess what? We close majority of our trades before 5 p.m. So why would you even be going for more than 3%? Why would you even be going for more than that? Even that is a lot. 2% a day is still even good. But as you guys know, I like to trade less is more. If you're going for 1% every day, and you're trading every single day, you are more bound to losses too. So if you trade with that less is more mentality and you stick to your 1 to 3, you can win. But when it comes down to it, guys, this is our week. Gold is probably going to continue from here. If you're in gold buys, continue to hold. If you're not in gold buys, I do expect us to break highs here. So if you're taking anything, make sure you're risking small. You're risking on like 5-minute candle here. Could have really had the opportunity to play the retest, but we didn't. It's fine. Could have been a good entry. But we kind of just have to let it sit. Gold is running today. More continuations in the market. GBP USD is kind of setting up on a lower time frame here, so if you decide to take it, understand that it is starting to actually react from now. NQ did have a harsh move towards the downside. I'm curious if this even holds. Protect yourself if you're in this position. Protect yourself if you're in any position. Because as you can see, the markets have slowed down a lot ever since past 10 o'clock. Gold has slowed down a lot. It's not even moving as fast. You know, same with the NASDAQ. And same with GU. It has slowed down. The markets and the volatility has slowed down. And it's a Friday, so don't expect too much. I told you guys at the beginning of the stream. Just be ready. Stay ready for next week. And if you're in any positions, start scaling out. Start wrapping up the week. Start looking forward to the next week's fundamentals outlooks. I will be doing a session on Sunday going over the fundamental outlook for next week because we're going to be a little bit closer. We'll have a little bit more data. But for now, I need everybody to start journaling. I need everybody to get a journal, right? If you don't have one, get one. Inside of my course, you guys are in there, you guys will have this. If you're not in my course, just join the Discord and ask me for it. If you join the Discord and you ask me for it, you know, I might just go ahead and bless you with it. I might just go ahead and bless you with it. And I might as well not even charge or nothing. But I'm gonna tell you guys, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I have another one coming out. I have another journal coming out. This is just the OG journal. This is just the OG. That's really just the OG type of stuff. But I just got a crazy idea and I'm about to work on it all day today. So be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you guys got some value, you know, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. I want you guys to know that we will be uploading a lot more. So appreciate you guys for always tuning in. And for the most part, we will continue to build up. See you guys inside of the Discord. It's been a great week. Drop a 777 in the chat if you guys are excited for the weekend. What are you going to do this weekend? Are you going to read? Are you going to journal? Are you going to do what you're supposed to do? Or are you going to go to the club tonight? Alright, what are you going to do? I'm going to be honest. A lot of people say, yo, Forex trader, like, I like celebrating too. But I'm the type of person, Friday night, Saturday night, I'm locked in the crib. You know, I'm not really doing much. Maybe even watching the fight, because they have a fight going on with Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. The Soul Note is supposed to be on there, and I'm still holding that thing. So, you know, I'm trying to see if the fight causes some traction. And I'm just gonna watch the fight, honestly. Not even forget that. I just wanna watch a cool fight, and I wanna, you know, for the most part, other than that, I'll be looking at videos, studying stuff. Inside the Discord, I updated this. I updated this, and I want you guys to check it out. I updated the futures basics, crypto basics, and Forex basics. For Forex basics, we do have some important links. For TradingView, we have a TradeLocker broker, Nash Markets. So if you guys are utilizing TradeLocker, Nash Markets is a broker that they have. FTMO is the prop firm for Forex side, and Funding Pips is the prop firm for Forex side. And I've dropped all the links in there. I have a mini course on actually getting started and starting to take trades on these brokers and prop firms. I do have a lot of daily growth audios and books that you guys can start reading, like Trading in the Zone. This is a great book. I'm gonna get some more books for you guys. Honestly, I'm slacking. The only reason I put these 2 books is because these are the only 2 books I personally even look into. because those are the only 2 books that really helped me. I actually just got 2 more books. So as soon as I read through them and make sure that they're valid enough, I drop them to you guys and let you guys know. I just realized that you guys couldn't even see that. But again, it's in the Discord. It's right here. So we've got Crypto Basics. I also gave you guys a little free crypto course, a mini course. It's not my full course. It's just like the first portion of my crypto course. I have a full advanced crypto course, but this is just a good way to start. Honestly, a lot of people charge for type of stuff like this, so I'm giving y'all some game on crypto for free in this crypto mini course. Also some cool movies, I had to throw that in. So when you guys are setting up your accounts, if you guys get bored this weekend, and you're like 4 or 5 hours deep into studying, because you might eventually get 4 or 5 hours deep into studying, I would watch a trading movie. Right, get immersed into this skill set. I literally got immersed into this skill set. And I was watching trading movies, entrepreneurship movies, crypto appetizer. I was doing something productive over the weekends, buying courses, studying courses. When I tell y'all something, I bought so many courses. I remember my first course, the Amazon course. I literally stayed inside the house for like a week studying that Amazon course. It wasn't the first course that was successful, but I'm gonna tell you what, I learned a lot from doing that. Crypto appetizer. Nasdaq has actually came back up, so I would be hit out at break even if I wouldn't be continuing to have faith in that. Yeah, these were the books I was mentioning, so I think you guys should hop on to some of these ebooks. These are the only 2 books I even have: Trading in the Zone and Emotional Intelligence 2.0. I literally just got 2 other books like yesterday, just yesterday. So I'll let you guys know how they go. My chart is delayed. I think so too. Omar, if I'm gonna be real, now looking at like the 3-minute time frame and the 5-minute time frame, if I'm gonna be real, I did notice that. YouTube has like a 15-second delay. So they do indeed have like a 15-second delay. So here's what I've came down to the conclusion of, right? I did just get a new setup, and what I will do is I will go live on the Discord as well, right? So Omar, I know you're already inside the premium, so what I will do is I will go live inside of the premium and on YouTube. And obviously anybody that's in the premium, anybody that is active in there, they will have the real live they will have another live session, and there will be no delay. So if we do it right on Discord, there'll be another one with no delay. So if you guys are on YouTube and you're like, you kind of want to have it without a delay, I'm gonna do that for the premium members. As of right now, the premium members get all of my chart markups and chart outlooks and like the actual links and breakdowns and sessions and videos and whatnot. So it's a lot of stuff that does come with premium. I'm not gonna lie. Right? I kind of haven't really like promoted it or really like pushed it like that because I've just been really just focused on a lot of things. But stay woke. Stay woke. A lot of people are joining daily, and we're about to go even harder with it as the markets start to heat up for the summer. The summer is a great time to get into the markets, especially Solana. Right, let's look at Solana right now. Right now, it's a Solana summer. Right now, it's a Solana summer. Maybe not on the day. Maybe not on the day, but Solana is looking to make a crazy move right now. Solana is at $145. I could see Solana going way past this all-time high. Solana is at $145 right now, and its all-time high is $257. I believe we're going to break these highs and actually go even higher. One thing I want to show you, I want to show you guys this. Where is it? Lil Pump just tattooed Solana on his forehead. Did any of you guys see this? Lil Pump just tattooed Solana on his forehead. That is insane. You guys that don't know what that means, like that's, I mean, obviously it doesn't really mean anything, but that's just wild. That's just wild. Like, everybody wants in on the Solana stuff. Shouldn't that tell you something? He's not the only one. We have, he's not the only celebrity that has gotten involved with crypto recently. They've got Andrew Tate, right? Andrew Tate launched a coin called Daddy. And, yo, this Andrew Tate coin on the Solana network over the past few days has gone crazy. 72,000% gains. I remember when I'm mad because I saw this project when it was low and I tweeted about it when it was low. But my conviction didn't really get me to get in until later on down here. So my percentage gain was not one of those crazy returns that you be seeing all over the place. Right? I didn't make a lot. But I want to show you guys this. It's trending. It's trending. It's literally trending. So they're talking about how it beat Mother. I knew this was gonna happen though. I went live and I was like, you know what? Something like this is gonna happen, because he started talking a lot of smack. Let's look at the Mother coin, right? Mother. What is Mother? Mother is Iggy Azalea's coin, right? So Iggy Azalea also has a coin. And they're actually really low. You guys see these things at these price levels and you guys think that you're late. I don't think that you're late. If you believe in Mother, the Mother coin, like honestly, some like I know obviously like a lot of us on here may or may not like it, right? Maybe more for like women would buy into this coin because they like the motherhood, Iggy Azalea. So it's gonna be a lot of women that we're gonna buy into this and actually continue to drive price up. I think it'll continue. I'm not gonna fade Mother coin, but obviously I'm gonna have more conviction into like Andrew Tate coin, because obviously I'm a little bit more in that space. So it's early. These projects are 2 weeks old. The Mother and Daddy Tate coin, they have um, RNT. I dropped this in the Discord maybe about a week or two ago to look at RNT. It's down, but our entries were right around here, right around the blue line, so we're not really down bad. We're right around break even. He also did release a coin called Top G. So there's a Top G coin that is also down somewhat of like now 90%, but is back down at entry for some of you guys. This was a good entry. This now is a good entry on some of these plays. So Solana is going to have a good summer. Other than the news with the Andrew Tate stuff, we got to talk about GameStop. So GameStop and AMC, right? What is so big about them right now, right? Let's look into it. GameStop. What's so important about it is the Keith Gill scenario. So Keith Gill actually updated his position, and he doubled his position to 9 million shares. And he's publicly open about this. GameStop, with somebody like actually going ahead and publicly showing this, he's getting retail on his side. You know what's crazy? They can't stop this. They can't stop this. They could if they really wanted to, honestly. They could if they really wanted to, but I don't think they want to stop this. They wouldn't publicize this if it's not something that they would stop. So, risk managed for sure. He posted an update showing the value of his position, and he showed that he actually doubled down. I think he exercised his position. And Keith Gill is in on GameStop and fighting the short squeezes of these large hedge funds and institutions. I think it'll happen again. I think it will. It's good. It's a good economy, like time for us to do so. If you don't grab a little bit of GME, I don't know what you're doing. Right? Same with AMC. Right? These things are at a historical lows. Right? A lot of stocks are at historical lows. Right? A lot of stocks are at historical lows. A lot of cryptos are at historical lows. GME being at $5 here. You know, it did react as a monthly candle engulfing. Seeing how much volume and how big of an effort this engulfing candle reacted on the monthly, I wouldn't be surprised if we spill this wick real fast. We're gonna fill this wick on AMC, and that's an easy 100% gains just by that small wick fill. And if we can go even higher than that small wick fill, then AMC can give like upwards of like 5,000% gains, 10,000% gains. So let's watch AMC and let's watch GME. AMC and GME are a little bit on the safer side. You guys can invest and let it ride. Apple had a nice move after WWDC. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Apple did have a nice move. Congrats to anybody holding. At this point, probably scale out some, move into another stock, rinse and repeat. But yeah, guys, honestly, I don't want to keep you guys on too long if we're not going to take any trade. That's all I have for you guys today. It's been an hour. If you guys are in any trades, it's kind of getting late, so don't expect too much. Appreciate each and every single one of you guys for continually hopping on the stream. Any questions before I head out? Let me know if you guys have any questions. Please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. If you guys got some value and you guys are continually to hop on, please show some love by just dropping a like, by subscribing to the channel, putting on your notifications. I got more than just live streams cooking for you guys, so I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's get it. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Hope you guys have a blessed day. From me to you, have a blessed day, everybody. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's 11 o'clock. Don't be on the charts all day today. You know, go about, do some things, study, read, grow, and get better in all aspects of life. So with that being said, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Have a blessed day to you, my brother Mike Lang, as well. Have a blessed day to each and every single one of you guys. And I'll check you guys outside in the Discord. See you guys inside the chat. Have a great weekend.